Hey guys, it's Goosebumps Completionist, and today I'm bringing you my first ever movie versus novelization comparison video. And I'm doing it for the movie When Good Ghouls Go Bad. I gave the movie a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's like a low C of a movie. It's not the most offensive kids film I've ever seen. It has its heartfelt moments, it has its funny moments, it's body horror. It is kind of choppy, kind of overacted, kind of ridiculous in some ways, but it's all right. I will definitely recommend this. Personally, I would only watch it if I'm in the mood for it. I'm not going to watch it probably every single Halloween, but I'd rewatch this. Then the novelization, however, I gave a 4 out of 5. I think the story's way better handled, specifically for one character, Danny, which in the movie I don't think was treated all that well. But yeah, in the book, I think it's just better for Danny's character. They cut out some filler in the movie. Other than that, it is pretty solid and keeps all the key scenes, and it's pretty accurate to the movie to where if you don't watch the movie and you read the novelization, you could really enjoy it. Either way you go, I think you're really going to enjoy this story in some capacity. But I'm just going to compare which aspects of the story in general, either the novelization or the movie, excel better. So I'm going to talk about characters, plot progression. I guess I'll bring up narration, since narration is pretty different from the movie compared to the novelization here. I'm going to bring up things like atmosphere, the climax, the ending. Which do I think did it better? All right. So let's start with characters. I'm going to start off with Danny, because Danny's the easiest thing to break down here. Hands down, Danny is done better in the novelization. Danny is the official narrator of the novelization. As in the movie, Uncle Fred's the narrator. And I mean no offense to Christopher Lloyd or Patrick Reed Johnson, who made this film, but I think the biggest misstep with this film was putting Danny on the back burner of the film and letting Christopher Lloyd steal the show in every scene he was in. I think the novelization just handled the story better. It made it feel more organic. It made it feel more intimate. I got a better sense of Danny in the process, as in the movie. I got like a vague description of what he's going through. Very surface level depiction of Danny. So off the bat, Danny definitely wins in the novelization. Uncle Fred, inversely, goes to the movie. Kind of goes hand in hand here. Christopher Lloyd really makes Uncle Fred special. He steals every scene he's in the movie. As in the book, it's through Danny's perspective. It does have a more somber note for his character in the book, surprisingly more than the movie, because the movie shows that he dies and there is some gut-wrenching emotions to get out of the film. But other than that, I think Uncle Fred, he's over the top in zaniness, done by Christopher Lloyd, just amplifies the character from the viewing experience a little more for me, so I'm going to give Uncle Fred to the movie. Let's go into Danny's father. Probably dead even here. Nothing really much to say. He basically does the same exact thing in the movie and in the novelization. Same thing with Dana's mom. I'm going to go ahead and just loop them together as well. Except Dana's mom has a scene cut out of the novelization that the movie had. In the movie, that was pretty much one of her starring scenes. They cut out the whole chastising the kids for the electric bill out of the novelization. Thought that was really weird to cut that out, but they chose to. I don't know why. Dana, I'm going to have to give it to the book. Dana was very weird in the movie. I was not a fan of Dana in the movie. I don't know what it was about. I don't think it's the actress. I just think it's how it came across in the movie for me. As in the book, it did have that same dialogue and everything, but it didn't come off the way it did. And like I said, I'm not blaming the actress here. The actress did a pretty fine job. I just think it's just the delivery of it all. I think the whole scene leading up to with Danny and Dana interacting that first time, like talking with each other, I felt there was a connection with Danny that kind of helped that scene out. As in the movie, we were so focused on Uncle Fred until he died, and then now it magically cuts to Danny's perspective. Like, it just felt kind of off in the delivery department there, to kind of make that make sense a little more for Dana's character off the bat. And I was easily encroached with her character with the book because of those changes with Danny. So I'm going to give the edge to Dana with the book here. Cankle, I'll give a slight edge to the movie just because the actor was hilarious. He has some really funny scenes. Kid Cankle, pretty much deadlocked here. The Toady with Kid Cankle, same thing, deadlock. Curtis Danko, I'm going to give it to the movie. Scary. Probably one of the best things about the movie. Curtis Danko was scary. There's not even a clear competition here. The movie wins for Curtis Danko. Yeah, so that's basically all the characters really needed to be covered. I guess we want to cover the German investors and the secretary. The movie wins because they're hilarious as well. And the grandmother, I guess I'll bring up the grandmother. There is a dead grandmother aspect. I think the book actually surprisingly explained that character a little bit better. So I'm going to give this to the book for her, the dead grandmother. Okay, so let's get into plot structure. Cutting out filler was pretty prevalent in the book here. As in the movie, there's some oddball scenes with some side characters that, the book really doesn't care to capitalize on. But the plot, either way you go, feels choppy. Feels a little over the top. When I read this book, I can just see the overacting from some of the actors in some scenes, just breaking through, and the novelization really didn't solve that problem. So for plot, it's basically dead even here. There's so many similarities. The book doesn't really shave off that much filler. If it shaved off a little more, I'd probably give the plot to the book, honestly. But I don't know. They're just a little too even for me to call that one. I guess we'll get into the atmosphere. Honestly, I'm actually going to give the edge to the movie here, slightly. I think the atmosphere in the book is very well done, but the movie did a great job capturing the coldness of Minnesota in October. Great job. Great job. Nothing but praise. The book did do its service to atmosphere as well, but I don't think it nearly captured it as well as the movie, I have to say. Now the climax, I think the climax also stems from kind of like the similar thing with Dana. It kind of stems from in the novelization and from how more relatable and more organic Danny felt. I think the climax in the story feels better because of Danny's setup and Danny explaining it all. So I'm going to go with the novelization for the climax. I just think it's better set up because there's more emotional backing for the main character, Danny. And I feel like I said, I think it feels more organic and better executed in the novelization here. And then, of course, the ending. There are some things I love about the ending in the movie, like with the whole comedic, adult humor going on with the secretary and the investor. But overall, I think the ending is pretty well done in the book as well. It kind of touches on that humor as well near the end. But the ending just, like I said, it just feels better woven than the movie did. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I'd give the ending to the book as well. So, yeah, I mean, the movie does have its edges, I would say. But overall, if I had to say which one is superior, the movie or the novelization, I'm going to have to give it to the novelization as the clear winner. I just prefer Danny as the narrator over Uncle Fred. I think the story is better woven, feels more, like I said, organic, feels more intimate. It sets up some characters better. It sets up the climax better in the process, and it makes the ending feel a whole lot more cleaner as a result. So I'm going to have to give the edge to the novelization. Now, this is a novelization based off a film. You should probably watch the film before you read the novelization. However, in this particular case, I'm going to say that the novelization is pretty close to the movie to where you really don't need to watch the movie if you don't want to. You can just go ahead and go with this. But I will say, if you read the novelization first, you're going to be really confused when the narration switches over to Uncle Fred in the movie. So just be warned. But either way you go, I think you have a fun time. There's a lot of things to love about the movie over the book, and there's a lot of things about the book to love over the movie. So yeah, that's my thoughts on When Good Ghouls Go Bad, movie versus book. novelization. Let me know in the comment section which one did you prefer. And yeah, see you next time.